Gentlemen, as we are back with a final stream for this tournament, the grand finals is here in front of your screens, ladies and gentlemen, as Team Washed are going to be facing up against Team Covenant. Your aggressive is going to be the hot seat, starting us off this time around with my main man, Crystal, sitting on my side, whose birthday is going to be coming up in the next few days, ladies and gentlemen. So, as the stream did not really time out accordingly, please, everyone, wish him a in advance, happy birthday. As this big day is going to be coming up for both of these teams, their big day is right here and right now to see exactly who's going to be taking the lion's share of the prize pool of 40,000 taka back home. Will it be the side of Team Washed, or will it be TC, who have showcased their dominance throughout the entire tournament properly? We don't know just yet, but we're here to find out.
Absolutely, because the way these teams have put up a show so far, they've really looked dominant, and I hope their dominance will remain till the very end. And thanks a lot, Aggressive, as well, for mentioning that, even though I was not quite ready for it. But anyways, thanks for having me for that. But as I was saying, so this game is gonna be best of three, unusually because a lot of grand finals usually tend to be best of fives instead. But this time around, we will be having a three, so there will be a lot more of a riskier position because both of the teams will not have that much of a flexibility when it comes to having a fourth and a fifth map to crown themselves as the champions. But then again, this is also going to be leading to much more of a fierce competition where teams will understand the stakes are high and the window to make mistakes are going to be really narrow. But I do hope both of the teams will have themselves prepared because they're really known to be very dominant, both of them to be very dominant teams, especially for the side of Covenant because they are technically the best teams in the country at the moment as Exili kind of ceased to exist. But Wash, they're also here to rival just that title. So if they can take that out of the equation, that's definitely going to be an upset. But then again, that's going to be a huge boost to the momentum of the community as a whole. That is that we have a new title to be worried about.
Absolutely. The way that this has been panning out in general, the members of TEC slowly but surely taking away the entire spotlight, I would say, when it comes down to the crown of Valorant. But then again, whenever you're trying to take over a spotlight, you know for a fact that there's going to be a lot of other teams who are also gunning for that position. TC, yes, they want to be the ones at the very top of that throne, but it's not going to be that simple. Going up against Wash, you need to sweat for it. It will be a grueling one at that. Covenant, though, going into the map of Lotus, I love the overall composition that they're going in for. Double Initiator, picking up the Breach, picking up the Fade. You have information, you have the Flash. While on the opposite side, they are going in for a lot more of a comfort-based setup. As much as I love the way that the Cypher is generally played on the map of Lotus, I can't really defend it as much as I would on the Killjoy. Killjoy just allows you to be so much more active when it comes to the execution part of an overall strategy. Killjoy nanoswarm lineups are present. Killjoy can use those nanoswarms as well to slow down pushes, clear out a lot of different corners. While Cypher, you are kind of forced to play retake in a lot of situations, and even if you do get a kill, it's very labored in certain situations. It's not that easy to break, easy to hold down a side when there's fade prowlers just being thrown left and right, breaking all of your trips. It's gonna be tough. But hopefully they have thought out a plan going into this because Wash, if they haven't, better might just have the most hardest time out of any of the other members going up against TC.
That might as well be, but I thought there was a gecko from the side of Watch because Unit was seen on that banner, but I guess it was a bug after all. So I was about to compliment the flexibilities of the players of Watch because I saw Falcon instead onto the raise, but I guess this is gonna remain identical as we've seen before, and I hope with what you just mentioned, they will find the flexibilities and will be able to execute that properly because this map has been proven to be extremely strong from either of these teams. So it's just gonna be a matter which team is gonna have that breath to go that extra mile. Then again, this is also going to be a kickstart for either of these teams because they want to have this map for themselves. So the map ban is really going to be favoring over those. I actually forgot which the second map was, but as of now, Deadly stuck in an island and he's going to go down 10 to the Aftershock. Babusha will be able to open things up by getting to Doomsday. But then again, as you mentioned previously, TC are known to give up on these particular first rounds to understand how their opponent is going to be playing, as they can certainly rise up on the second round or should the buy rounds. But as of now, the players of TC struggling quite a bit, but still should be able to find a couple of their own unit, escaping the vicinity even though he was blinded, but still good retakes.
That was beautiful.
Good positions. Tell me about it.
The man got blinded, but he was able to immediately come in close contact here. Get into a better position, down over to a 2 versus 1 as Wash. They have a pretty good fight and angle to play around with. Batu has the beautiful sun and the swing to make sure that Specs doesn't find any more value. You did be able to survive because of that paranoia and to have that momentary release and understanding that, hey, I can use my satchels to just immediately jump in towards heaven and create another off angle that the opponents need to look towards. And it's the stuff like this. That is the stuff of Nightmares that Team Wash are able to do. Now that they've been given a chance, a couple of days to just get their team synergy back into motion once again, because don't forget Team Wash, they're the ones who played their match first, and with a 2-day break, they were able to come together a little bit better with a bit more practice. You know that this Wash is way scarier than they ever were before. That was very good early synergy coming out from them, but they cannot celebrate just yet, because we have seen this in the past. TC, they struggle on the Swiss run, as you just stated, but the buy rounds is where they thrive.
I'm really looking forward to those particular rounds myself as well, but this is also going to come down to the factor that if they can build up the momentum, which is going to be the primary target of this particular round. So getting a couple of kills are really going to be allowing them to have the opening they've been looking forward to, but as of now, it's still favoring the side of Wash, as they're going to be able to find 2, but still Doomsday and Specs also find their own capitalization as well. Nice attempt with the side of Muslim Senpai, but he just didn't have that much of an answer inside of CT against that Bulldog. Nice attempt though, but still. Okay, look at that UI. Holy shit.
Good God, if they could even, like, think about it. Now they're going to start tracking the util as well. One more bit of changes, and imagine. I don't know how they're going to do it. Tracking util is so difficult considering the amount that there is. But if they had a UI for it, good God, that would be insane.
I mean, think about it. That Raiviva did tell us that he is gonna have a surprise for us in the grand final, so I guess he really saved the best for the last, and that's simply on our screens now. But yeah, I mean, I even forgot that we were in a game because the UI being so clean. I guess it's simply gonna be the beginning of it because the UI is simply gonna be having much more updates down the line for the future tournament as well. Thanks to Instinct Productions as well for putting that effort. At the same time, the players need to find the openings as of now. Deadly with the double.
How does he find 2? The bad ADS, and he was able to find 2. Insanity at its finest. These are the buy rounds, ladies and gentlemen, for the team of TC. Using the better weapons in their arsenal to go in and go and take this victory. Wash had no idea what hit them there. Communication lines just getting a little bit too blurred here when it came down to the overall execution, as this fast rush just did not bode that well for them here.
It kind of felt like that they wanted to show sheer aggression to show off that, hey, we can be aggressive and we can still run away with it. But they just were not ready for the fierce counter from the opposition. Then again, these are full buy rounds, so maybe, just maybe, they were trying to get the kills for themselves, which they have with 2 kills, and probably get rid of these weapons as fast as they can. So if that was their target, they have certainly found success. But this is where they'll have to make sure that these successes are going to be a bit more favorable for them. As we do see the players stacking up onto the C side, there is a shotgun in the hands of Specs. So if the players of Wash goes inside with like headless chickens. That's exactly where they're gonna be faltering quite a bit. But I guess this is gonna have to wait a little bit more because now they're playing methodically. As seems that even without having a kill, they have gone to a full reset, a factory reset perhaps. But maybe they're going for informations rather, so that they can find the opening. Even though usually we see the team of Wash take control of Grubble as well as fearlessly as TC would have. But this time around, Grubble control is going to be simply absent. Aftershocks will be deployed. Babushka will take a little bit of damage, but still not the end of the world. As of now, the initiators are going to be doing their jobs as we can spot it out. Specs and 1C getting their own frag, but Patus and Uded finding their own answer as well. On a 1v3, they're going to try the level best to confirm the kill. And that is gonna be an interesting investment of the trash. Muffin Senpai is having a laugh and giggles about it. But okay, I guess 1-2-2. I guess it was something he just went into adrenaline mode and was like, okay, I need to secure this. Oh, never mind. There's only one player surviving who's also dead.
There.
Yeah, this is the speed at which this team can play as soon as those weapons get into their hands. Hard reset now for the members of Team Washed. Starting to figure out what exactly is going wrong. Not really the best of maps, I would say, to go up against a team of TC's capabilities. But if anyone can try to take them down here, it has to be Washed. So do you see that Terror trying to maybe take a fight towards A main to see if he can get an early kill? Not really going to be the case. Doomsday, big frag over towards C Lone. Strong start for them, and with that, the showstopper. 3 away, possibly going to be able to get that orb as well if the timing is his to play with. Spatu edging out the corner. He's trying to see if anyone fights for this orb, which is a very crucial point for Race to try and play into. And one ultimate would just put a stop to many pushes moving on down the line as Spatu now hungry for this, needs to clear out the angle, spots out one, and he's immediately going to try and make a run for it. 2 players spotted, and with that, fast rotation towards mid, and possibly a pivot towards the B side. It's all up to Deadly to try and hold this one through.
Most of the defenders are kind of expecting it, but it needs to be a bit more precise on the attacking side. Deadly, good for one. Now he knows there will be a couple of players to take the entries. Most will be dispatched from Falcon to show off that we are still present here, but we can simply pop out of the smoke. So no, good positioning coming in from the side of the Omen, but Falcon will be blinded by the counter paranoia. And now, nice attempt by the side of Patus though to capitalize on just that, but Terror is becoming the last player surviving. Oh, who am I kidding? He's not even going to survive that. 3-2 as a players of watch. A really nice attempt on this particular eco round. But at the same time, I'm pretty damn sure they will be able to find something extraordinary out of the hats this time around. Yeah, we are by the way. So that's there. But I mean, I cannot, say that Watch did anything bad this time around because they played it methodically. They tried to play with their heads and they really put up a great strategy where the Omen's position was simply amazing. Either the Omen goes down or the Breach finds some capitalization. There was a proper setup, but it would have been a bit more favorable, if I might, on their full buys, which is gonna be this time. But this time around, the attackers will not have any form of contention to take Grubble. The problem, however, is gonna be that Odin, if it positions itself inside of the tree side, well, that's gonna be tearing people into shreds.
Yikes, this is gonna be a problem even more. You dead.
Okay.
Good for so much, but Doomsday just tapping away. Head after head. Spots on one more, does take a little bit of damage, but now he has his own showstopper to play around with, down to only 15 HP. You dead. Not gonna be the one to hold it down. Possibly could just break down even more. Angle already cleared. One towards mid. Spotted and created. Deadly with a fast frag and Specs with another one. Better over towards the back lines. Towards the breakable doors. He's able to shut down 2 with his last dying breath. But TC, they still find victory. A beautiful round at that. 4-2, ladies and gentlemen. As TC, they hold strong.
Absolutely. Not to mention, they were able to capitalize so quickly on that retake. They did not flinch even once, even though people may say both the showstoppers did miss out. So that is something you get to see it on the instant replay. But the rest of the players simply capitalized like there were no tomorrow. Pear also on the side, able to get a double kill of his own. That is certainly going to be boosting up his team's economy, but it needs to be a bit more decisive down the line. And thanks to that particular economy, he is going to be the only person who will have the Vandal in his hand, trying to save at least 1.3k in each pockets. I guess instead they're going to be having some half shields available as they kind of know their oppositions are banking on those guns. Even though 2 Phantoms are available, but that's not the main point. What I'm trying to say is Washed. They do look ready for this, but they need to be a bit more careful when it comes to taking this gunfight. Unit will be able to find the opening, getting rid of specs. There's no more smokes available, and now they should have an open A side, and that is for certain because there's nobody to be seen inside of that vicinity. Trying to make the rotation, playing with the proper times as they can, but Doomsday is pretty much a fish in a barrel. If he's spotted out, there's gonna be a problem. Doomsday, good for one. The flash is gonna be there. It's all on his own. Doomsday with a double.
Still killing people.
Oh my goodness, Muffin Senpai is just gonna make sure his fallen teammate will not go unavenged. You can recover a gun, but even after that, the odds do favor the defenders.
Absolutely. But one big kill over towards Muffin Senpai could just be the thing that changes as the man needs to survive for as long as he possibly can towards the midline. Icy in the back. Doesn't even need to give the information away because Bear's position's already their own. 5-2, ladies and gentlemen. It's TC. They are just taking round after round away from the teams of from the members of Team Wash. But don't forget that was an eco round for them, so decent damage, but decent damage is just not going to be enough considering the amount of weapons that you have already lost and the little amount of damage that you have given towards CC. Look at their bank. They have ample amounts of buys to go in moving forward into the next couple of rounds. Deadly doesn't even need to worry about anything. He's set for life.
Well, as of now, the players of Vash will have another opportunity to take their chance to capitalize on this attack. Not gonna be impossible, but then again, will be a big challenge for them to finish. As of now, we will be seeing the Nightfall coming in from the Fade, so that they can find an opening. Both the Fades are gonna be ready for this. As there is gonna be a counter of Nightfall as well. These initiators will show them how dominant they can be. A Defend is gonna be coming in from the players of TC, as they're gonna be able to find 2 kills, as the players are also pretty damn vulnerable. And now, the Trapper is also revealing the locations of all the players. The last player surviving was Babushka, but even before I could have said it, he's gonna go down. And I must admit, TC's counteraction is way too fast to react on. But then again, watched. I would like to say that they're also playing way too fast. They're kind of getting ahead of themselves. They can try to play a split instead, in my opinion, and flush out a couple of players to, you know, for a fake rotation or something, because some of their fakes were really amazing, but they just couldn't react in time to react to that. But then again, this is just an example of how experienced the players of TC are. I'm not saying Wash is not experienced enough, but they are compared to the newer team, a group of friends probably, who are playing together but still sitting on the grand final.
Absolutely. Playing it smartly, this one. For now, though. Switching things out a little bit. Slower approach as we would have expected from this team, but I use that Odin can cause so much problems and so much trouble if you're not careful. Muffin Senpai just peppering away here. One after the other. Trying to bait out one more. The angle's pretty much his. Muffin Senpai still takes one with him in the process. You gotta love this man's confidence. Now needs to hold down the line. Doomsday in the front, Doomsday in the back, making sure that Icy still has an angle to play around with. 2 players now stuck inside of tree. Bearer able to find a little bit of capitalization with the noise being made on the opposite end. Specs does go down, gives away his weapon, but that is not a recoverable one at all. 3 versus 3, but still, I would say TC, they're favored to win this round purely based upon their map rotation. And as Bearer is trying to make his way back towards his team, they still need to pick up that spike. The spike is all the way on the mid side, and Doomsday is able to find that kill, and they need to clear everything out. They need to go back. And because of it, his team is already present and ready to come in for the backup. One on the front lines, and one's already ready to find the immediate trade. Falcon all by himself. Fast swing for Icy. And a good shot as well. 7-2, ladies and gentlemen. As TC, they just had full control of this round, even when things got chaotic.
Which we could have seen it once again on the instant replay, actually, because the way the players took control of the object inside of tree, the capitalization of the counter from the defensive side was just amazing. Spike went down, and the kills that was stuck technically are pretty distant inside of double, actually. So it kind of felt like that, hey, the players of Vice did take a good chunk of map control inside of tree, but the moment they had it, it just became a shooting range for them. It was their demise. But as of now, the players of Watch will have to make sure that they at least have a couple more answers to go to their defensive half, because TC have pretty much confirmed they will have the lead on the first half. Pair will be good for one, getting rid of the Odin player. That's Muffin Senpai. The location was kind of predictable, but still, the players of TC, they do not flinch even when the strikes just goes against them. And we've seen them proving that every single time. Because the players of the players of Wash will be focusing a bit more to the attacking side because the lurks have been successful. As Muffin Senpai is also inside the ground. The Fade is near the vicinity, expecting a push, but still he needs to survive and wait for a rendezvous with his team. The smoke gonna be there, confirming this is indeed gonna be a take. As the rest of the players are making their way inside the objective, I do look at the ultimates available from the defensive side, which is an indication they can certainly play retake, at least from Bloomsday's Showstopper. On the other side of the spectrum, the best the attackers can do is probably to hold a little bit of more time with the Killjoy util, but then again, that's not going to be necessary as they're starting to get kills one by one, 3v5 situation, but still the players of Wash are still not out of the danger yet. They'll have to be very careful on this retake because they know how, for a fact, how dominant the players of TC are on these particular rounds.
Absolutely. The Rangers are just going to be even more predominant here, but for Wash, finally they found the foothold that they needed to turn this one around. Good early take, and plus they had the space to completely set up their arsenal as well. TC normally prevented the members of Wash from even getting a single spike plan down in those previous roundups. They'd even allow a post-line situation to happen, and understandably so, because if the members of Wash are able to get into very comfortable positions, they will be the ones who have the better side hold. Wash, understanding this, took the initiative to try and extend as quickly as they possibly can to get that early advantage. As soon as they had that early advantage, TC just started to fall apart from there. One kill, that's all that they need. Wash to bring their team back into the running for this one. But still, not really anything's going to happen to the overall buys. Wash, thankfully, they were able to win that one decisively, allowing their economy to blossom a little bit further. But with the Showstopper awaiting for them on the opposite side, things could just go from bad to worse, depending on how this first initial contact fight towards Ceylon goes.
Tell me about it. With the one angle as well, the attackers are having a really hard time to commit this, but then again, we do have the Killjoy ultimate available on the B side. Finally, some kills are going to be there, and now they're going to be trying the level best to find the prize as well, but they just dived in. They just knew there's no tomorrow. The players of TC, they're gonna be able to find 2 kills back to back, and now the players of Wash stuck in a they're still in a favorable position, but not anymore though. And 1v2 make it a 1v3 though, and now they'll have to find the spot. They'll have to find the opening. 44 seconds left the clock. They can certainly go for a rotation, but after that they'll have to commit. The problem is only objective they can commit without any contention is going to be the Cypher's objective, where a lot of tripwires and rests are gonna be set up. They'll have to find them out first and then go for a commitment. Information is going to be ample for the side of TC. And now the players of Wash will be committing to go to this area. And now Muffin Senpai will be able to find a player, but it's going to be found by 1C instead. It's also Babushka. Does have the spike in his hand, does have the information on Deadly, but now he's surrounded. The isolations will simply gonna... I thought it's not going to be there, but still 1C simply going to find it regardless. 7-3 converted into an 8-3. The best the players of Wash can do at the moment is going to be an 8-4. But I do hope they can. They have a proper buy as well to work with. So, yeah.
That momentary lapse, I thought that Wash were going to win that one, but no. TC turned everything on its head. That was such a good bait, Crystal. That was an incredible bait that the members of Wash called for. Bearer went in for the lockdown over towards B main, basically forcing the players that could be waiting outside of C main into an instant stop. That was such a strong and potent start coming in from their arsenal, and they were able to take out the Showstopper because of it. But their team just wasn't able to capitalize on the space being given. Batu, finally, though, coming into this round, is going to be able to shut down Doomsday, who has been a menace to them because of his utility. Yes, he hasn't shot his gun, but that constant threat that is looming over you because of the way that he normally plays is always going to be a problem. Front lines in and ready, and Muffin Senpai just using the gecko and of course the operator to its fullest capabilities. You gotta love it when you see it. Covenant, ladies and gentlemen, they are here to take away the show on the map of Lotus. Good God, with the dominant 9-3 scoreline, curse as it may be, it's their map to play in, and they don't give a damn about any curse that Wash can put on them.
That's for certain. The players of Covenant Esports not taking any prisoners, and they're just popping off like there is nothing which can put a halt to them, and the momentum simply in their favor. Which we could have actually seen, even though this UI we have here, it's just chef's kiss, let's just put it that way. But my suggestion is, if we could have seen, the round history, and when we press tab, we get to see which round the attackers won, which round the defenders won, and how they won it as well, Aggie. right? Like the spike plan, the kills, and everything. But yeah, that was there, but it's completely fine. It's already flawless as is. That's not very necessary, but whatever. 9-3 TC. They know the curse might be there, but they are gonna be the gods who will be breaking that curse as well. Just like a lot of curses actually in real life, but as of now, the attackers, they have a proper position on the C side, but the smokes are going to be burning a lot more time on this. But I have to compliment the players of TC. They're playing with a much more map-oriented gameplay because they have presence in B main as well. In case things go wrong, they can simply use the door and go for a B take instead. That is spectacular. And if that is the case, the players of Vash are going to be up for a surprise. But then again, the commitment needs to be a huge factor here as the players are starting to burst inside of the objective with a boom bot. But still, I wouldn't suggest that anymore. Maybe the door is going to be the primary objective after all, as they're making rotation. And now as the defenders will struggle quite a bit to make just that. Flashes are going to be the different side of Fatus, but no kills quite yet. The Gecko Wingman is going to be the elephant of the room, as there's going to be the one who's going to be going for the planet. The planet is going to be successful as well, as the Aftershock didn't quite connect. And now the Python retake situation on a pistol round. This is going to get very messy.
Look at Specs, look at Specs. He's all the way in the back already, but he's not even necessary because Doomsday and Muffin said, I just clean everyone up. And the curse that TC have generally, it just doesn't exist anymore. What the hell was this round? The rotation was perfect, as you just spotted already, Krishto. The Cypher playing towards mid made sure that they had a way to make the rotation work. And even if, let's say, the defenders are fighting towards B, as soon as the door opened, Cypher was already ready to take the trades. They left nothing to chance. Other than, of course, that fight towards the B connector, C connector, where maybe if Patu's got a kill, that could have been a problem. And maybe if Uded also took that duel against Doomsday and won it, that could have been an issue. But even then, those were big ifs. They needed to win the mechanical duel, which would have been a 50-50 in either side. And if you lose those 50-50s, or even if you win it, you had a plan to fall back on. You're forcing your opponents to win their duels every time. And if they make a mistake, you're going to be able to throw them off. These kind of plays are so rare from teams. And it seems as though TC, they're doing it over and over again every single time. Ferrer, good for one more kill. He's going to be able to sneak around like the boogeyman that he is. Going towards the back end of the side. One more fight, not even able to find value anymore. The double peek, gorgeously done. That's washed. They're just being taken apart piece by piece. 11-3, ladies and gentlemen. Has team washed. They're left scratching their heads this round. Yeah, of course this was an eco, but with 2 rounds remaining to try and decide your fate for the first map, you don't want to be in a position like this.
They don't want to, but they don't have a choice either, actually. I mean, the show we have seen from the side of TC, the way they are taking these fights, it's just a replication how strong a team can be after grinding. And this the audience here we have here, that it's actually, they can actually have a lot to learn over here, if I want to be honest, because you can have a team of amazing players, but if you're not grinding together for an X amount of time, you will not have the opportunity or understanding of like the rest of the team. There is just no way to do that. The players of TC, they have been grinding for so long. I think Sonic used to be a player as well. I'm not sure if he's still playing or not. He is actually a friend of mine from R6 days. So we go way back, and I know that he and his team has been grinding for a very long time. And that's exactly why TC is putting up a show against a team with consistent players like you, that Babushka, Falcon, Perrer. No, there's no way you can say that the players of Watch are not experienced players, or should I say they're not good players to begin with. They are extraordinarily talented players, but the only thing they kind of lack against the side of TC is just that experience of competitive, not even competitive play, to play as a team for that long, and that takes time. But as of now, that's just the beginning of it. I might be getting ahead of myself, but the players of Watch, they do have a proper position to go for this retake, as they are trying the level best to go for just that. But Deadly does have an answer to make sure that this is going to be a much more difficult one. Perrer will have to take the drop, and now he's going to be going to be the side of Specs instead. Perrer!
Oh!
With
Perrer, you
surviving.
steal. Jamburs are ripe on this, man. As Muffin Senpai holding down the line with just a share. Not much that he can do to try and bring this one back. This round now going in the favor of the members of Team Wash, showcasing that they still have a little bit more fight left in them. But don't forget, this was a bonus round coming in from the members of TC, so they didn't have the best of weapons going into this fight. So it's going to be a tough call, but overall, TC, they did a wonderful job. But Bearer showcasing why he has the bigger balls in this situation. You can see that he's just swinging without fear and and he wants to take his team on his back to turn this game around for them. Beautiful one at that. 11-4, ladies and gentlemen, is washed. They're trying to tiptoe their way back into a possible comeback here with this first round. But that one round will matter not.
Oh,
They lose a
no.
body here early.
Yeah, that's for certain. Yuda kind of chew more than he could have. Sorry, he bit more than he could have chewed here. Showstopper will be. I think it was a panic attack from the side. I mean, a misclick from the side of Doomsday because I'm not quite sure what was the purpose to pop out the Showstopper while there was a breach util as well. So I would say that.
I think that he expected one more player to be near Mound, but there was no one present.
Might be.
But look at Doomsday. He just doesn't even need the ultimate. Look at him. He's just W keying his way in with his team, and he just doesn't care. Taking every duel that you would give to this man, and he will tear you down limb from limb. That's just the beauty, right, of the game of Valorant. Sometimes he can put into situations like this, and it could just work better. And again, down over to 8 HP to try and maybe salvage something for his team. But that's something I don't think it's gonna be coming to his platter anytime soon. For now, he has to starve with only the Vandal in his hands. Also gonna get shut down too here, Crystal.
Yeah,
Moving
he's
towards the
being
left.
hunted
The
down.
sound is present, and the Parrot just couldn't handle the pressure. Caught out in towards the open, and Specs asserting his dominance here on the backline while Doomsday
friendship
tops the
dance.
charts. Yep, the friendship dance is gonna be there.
It's been so long that I haven't used the word, man. You know, now that I think about it, you and I have invented so much grammar or words on a cast, like friendship dance, Muhammadpur, and there must be so much more. So I guess these are simply gonna be added to the Oxford Dictionary as well.
Yeah,
This
for
is not
some
gonna
reason, right? And like, I'll tell you a joke. For some reason in Overwatch, whenever anyone gets sped up by a Juno and a Lucio together, people in Bangladesh start screaming Mohammadpur, because I used to say Mohammadpur because of the way that people try to run in together to knife someone.
sounds about right. I mean, now that you
It's
mention it,
everywhere now.
oh, that is for sure. Now that you mention, ladies and gentlemen, do give my boy a couple of hands because he is the champion of Bangladesh Valorant. Sorry, what's the tournament name? I forgot. The Overwatch Bidding Cup. I think the second season or something.
Yes.
So my boy here, aggressive, he did win out the tournament yesterday. So he definitely deserves your love as well. But as of now, Smex needs to have some love of his own as he is stuck in a 1v4. Needs to find this, and if he can, he's gonna get the more love than Aggie will ever get. But as of now, it's gonna be Aggie getting all by himself. He just hurts one.
Yo, what the hell? That was just me catching a stray, man. Good God.
But hey, how does it feel to be the champion? Be honest. Yeah, tell us about it.
I don't know how that feels after you threw it a stray bullet at me. Came straight for my head.
I mean, you target my head as well sometimes, make up that what you will. The tip of the head, actually, to be exact.
Yeah, never mind. Don't wish him a happy birthday, guys. Make sure that he dies alone for the rest
Hey,
of
why
his
you
life.
bully?
Oh, good God.
I
Jumping into
call
this
my boy
round,
and
though.
he hates me. I go on.
Yes, exactly. But going into this round, though, Doomsday, he's gonna have a free entry in towards the side. The defender side of Killjoy lockdown is gonna cause a little bit of problems, I do believe. But look at Doomsday! He's going in with the Gecko Flash, but nothing's gonna take him down for it. They were not able to survive this one. And it's gonna be Sonic who does... Sorry, Specs who does get caught out here. I see, or Sonic pretty much. It's just gonna be waiting this one through. Muffin Senpai still very much alive and kicking for this one. Babushka in the corner. Falcon able to find the damage here. Ladies and gentlemen, Falcon doing God's work. Needs to find one more kill. And he's gonna be able to get it too. Sonic none the wiser for it. 12-6, ladies and gentlemen. It's Team Watch. They are trying to get these rounds away from them, but these are grueling victories. This Killjoy lockdown gave them this victory. But what happens when you don't have the ultimates in your hand? And it's going to be the members of Team TC who get their ultimates back even faster. Think about it. The Thrash is nearly online. The Thrash is one away. No, it's already ready. Never mind. I didn't even notice it. The Thrash is up. they have a free execute into the side, and if they're able to utilize this trash to break through almost every single line, this one showstopper coming in from you that if it does not find value, this is where the members of TC are going to lose. Sorry, TC, not TC, what am I saying? The members of Team Wash are going to lose.
That is for certain, but they do have a little bit of a breathing zone to work with because the opposition are stuck on an eco, as you did. We'll be able to find out. I thought it was a collateral, but it was actually Perrer getting one of his own. Uded will finally go down in the hands of Deadly, but that is an operator of the board. Now, I'm damn sure the attackers will try the level to hide their operator if they can get their hands on it, while the defenders will have to try to recover it for themselves as well. Perrer is already spotted out by the camera of the Cypher, but there's so much more things to be worried about. I think they're kind of afraid if they are still KJ utils available, but I don't think so because I did see the nanostorm going off the moment the smokes were there. Falcon trying to recover the op as he can, or maybe he's just gonna wait up to bring this round to an end. Then he's gonna try to capitalize on it, but still, the players of Washed, they're kind of stuck inside of Seaside because of that one particular gun. While the players of TC, if they knows about it, they can certainly exploit this factor and then
go for the bullets
Sonic. Is Sonic on the flank? I think never. I think it's Babusha. Never mind.
Specs. Wait, why does he have an op in his hand? Oh, right, that's Udit's op. Never mind. I got completely sidetracked for a second. I was like, why is the op in this position? It could have been a little bit better from them. I don't really know how they spaced everything with the weapons that they did have. I don't really think they expected to get this deep into the side this early without finding a single kill, which kind of caught the members of TC off guard. But I love the fact that Wash, they played smart on this, understanding that, hey, if they have a lot of long-range weapons, we're just going to take close-range fights against them. Not really much that they can do to try and win up against us if we can force them into our own comfort zone. Covenant walking into their waiting arms of Washed here as a tactical timeout will be called. TC, they need to start figuring out what's really going on wrong for them. They have a lot of big ults coming up for them. Doomsday 2 away from the showstopper as well, so you can just pick up a couple of orbs and make it work. But overall, they're doing it smart.
They certainly are, and at the same time, I guess the main reason they took the timeout is because, okay, guys, we know we're on the final stretch, so we can't just make something happen and take it away for the first map. So they are in the comfort zone, nothing to be worried about quite yet, but I just hope they can find themselves out of the gutter as fast as possible. Not exactly in the gutter yet. Wash have the momentum, but they have a lot to lose here. 6-12. I believe maybe it was 6 or maybe 6-7. Yeah, sorry, yeah, 12-7. So now that they have their conversation to be dealt with, they should have a free round for them, but I hope they can get their hands on the equation because I'm pretty damn sure the players of Wash will be ready for this as well, as they're going for a usual take onto the Grubble spike. The spike is still in the vicinity. Yud is gonna find Doomsday. The ultimate was supposed to pop out, but I guess Yud is trying to guard just this particular orb, and he's gonna find a double, looking for more, but still will be deploying a boom bar to find a couple of information. Falcon trying to get the kill, but he's gonna take a lot more damage in the process, and he's already firing stuff on the side of Sonic, getting a double of his own. And now it's technically a free objective for the attackers to run in. They will have the confirmation there is a breach inside of the broken door, and now this is gonna be a problem for the attackers because they don't. Sorry, for the defenders, the only good ult they have available at the moment is from Udid. But in order to utilize that, Udid needs to drop that operator. Should I say needs to risk it to be inside of enemy territory, and at the same time, think about it. Once you get the kill with that ult.
That ultimate was so gorgeous. You're not gonna be able to see much at all. Unit with his last Sangrat's gonna be able to take that one, but it all comes down to Patu. Has 2 flashes to play with. The Rolling Thunder not even coming close to coming online. A double P could just be imminent. And Specs goes in for the final nail on the coffin. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions for map number 1 will be the side of TC. Good lord, this was the start of something big. Lord is going in the favor of TC. Not that big of a surprise considering the way that they were playing the longer rounds as well. They took their time, built up their ultimates, and finally when they were going in for the execution, before they wanted to go in for the execution, sorry, they went in for the tactical timeout, talked about the ultimates, how they were going to be utilizing and how they wanted to take that entry towards that A side. It is insane. Utilizing the fade ult as well to completely block off sound, then come up the rope, catch out the Killjoy, who was already trying to cross in towards the open because his head was showcased to Sonic. It's stuff like this, the smallest of details in the way that they're able to utilize every single bit of a agent's util to its fullest.
it's gonna be a problem heading on over to the next map. You can remind me what was the next map, Krishna, because I
I'm not
don't
sure if
really
it
remember.
was Haven, probably. I actually forgot. Probably Haven.
If it's Haven, it's just gonna get even tougher. Washed, they really
Agreed.
need to turn things around from this one because they were lacking when it came down to the department of map control, especially when it came down to the defensive side. Because their team, when they tried to establish map control, they didn't have enough members to do so, causing their entire squad to fall apart.
That's for certain. But then again, the players of TC, they have certainly showcased how the team composition is going to be working. They're showing off how strong they are as a team. And outside of Wash, I will not say that they have not. They are individually amazing players, but they have just witnessed how dominant team composition might be and can be as well. They had their moments, but when it came down to the game sense and the positioning, the players of Covenant just had the advantage. So that is something the players just needs to put a little. Oh no, it's gonna be Ascent. So it's not gonna be as tough as you expect it to be. So as I can
think
say,
they're
it is a
evenly
map picked
matched.
by Washed as well, Agi. My bet is that Washed has something which we haven't seen yet because I can't even remember if we have seen Washed playing this map in the entirety of the tournament. So if they haven't saving strats, I'm pretty damn sure the side of Covenant will be up for a surprise.
Absolutely. I think this map being picked up by Washed is pretty smart as well because I do believe in this map, both teams will be very evenly matched. It's one of the few maps in the game, right? Even if you are a brand new team, you are still going to be able to play this map to its fullest capabilities as an individual and also as a team. It doesn't really, you don't really need to talk much because if you are a very skilled player, if you're a very high ranked player, you already know how to play the map with Sen. But yeah, when you have players like Perrer and Doomsday on your team, I don't think there's a much to really worry about as well. When Ascent is around the corner, Doomsday on a jet, absolutely gorgeous. Perrer on Ascent on a Killjoy, nightmare fuel on the same level as the stuff that I'm seeing in Overwatch these days. You don't want to see what's happening in Overwatch, ladies and gentlemen. It's fun now, but good God, I am I'm in a state of awe in the way that stuff's been going on there.
Well,
But
my boy does deserve the love, and he's still really happy about it. And I just hope he actually gets more tournaments because he's kind of passionate about it. Even though he does curse me that I don't get enough R6 tournaments because he hates me, but still, as you can see, sibling loves over here. But now the players of TC, we have seen Doomsday to be on the MVP screen. There's no surprises about it. Even though all the players from the side of TC are simply amazing players and they know what to do when the time is right. Pair, individually an amazing player, so he is going to be putting himself on the MVP spot, even though Yura is not too far away because he had his moments to shine. But then again, the players of Washed are no exceptions to the side of TC. But to be very honest, the MVP screen doesn't even make that much of a sense when you think about the victory as a whole. So this particular screen on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, makes a lot more sense. But I hope this is gonna be just a map score we have on the second map. The side of Wash should have at least some answers to deal with from the side of TC. Because once again, TC, even I don't even know if they have played this map of Ascent against any other teams on this particular tournament. I know they have because Ascent is a very straightforward map, unlike Abyss or other maps. But my main point is that they haven't participated in it, so my bets are gonna be a little bit towards the side of Watch because this is their map, and obviously because they have banned this map, probably to save strats. If it is, I'm all in for it. I have nothing but to wish all the best to the side of Watch and hope the side of TC they can make it a short one as well.
absolutely. We're just gonna need to wait and see how this one goes. Map number 2 will be on your screen soon enough, ladies and gentlemen, as the teams get a little bit of time to just prepare themselves mentally and, of course, physically to go into it. For one of these teams, tournament life is on the line, and you know which one I'm talking about as well. You either go big or go home because it's not a best of 5, it is a best of 3. Either take this one, Team Washed, and set us over into map number 3, or there could be a pretty hefty loss waiting for you, and your chance to get that lion's share of the prize pool of 40,000 taka could just be gone. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be right back with a lot more Valorant action after a very short moment.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
I got this. Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter!
Here comes the fight!
I got this. Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
Action speed shop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter.
Here comes the fight!
I got this. Action speed shop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter.
Here comes the fight!
I got this. Action speed shop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter!
Here comes the fight!
I've got this. Action speed shop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter!
Here comes the fight!
I've got this. Action speed shop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter!
Here comes the fight!
I've got this. Action speed chop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter!
Here comes the fight!
I've got this. Action speed chop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with game number 2 of this extravaganza of a best of 3 for the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to see whether the map of Ascend will be a boon in the hands of the members of Team Watched, or could it just be their downfall? The curse did not help them on the map of Lotus up against TC, but as we're going to be jumping on now over into map number 2, things could be a lot more different. The Covenant are going in for a lot more of an interesting composition. They are playing very confident, picking up a Clove on this map, single controller without an Omen. I do not know what their game plan is, but Specs, if he is feeling this confident, Team Washed, they have to worry about a lot, because Specs, if he gets unleashed his full mechanical capabilities, mind you, he's normally playing a controller player, so he has to think for his team, and he needs to give them a lot of call out. If that is not a problem for him here, good lord, the members of Team Washed have a lot to worry about.
That's for certain, but at the same time, Aggie, you can start, by the way. You can have a chill pill. I have my eyes on you. But as I was saying, Watch, yeah, that is for certain. They might be up for a surprise, but I hope the side of Watch, they are up for these strategies as well, even though their composition doesn't look that heavy when it comes to a strategy or something. So we may see the bread and butter of Ascent as a whole. So that's gonna be my expectation. But I do hope the side of Watch will have an answer to the second for the first map on the second, as this is indeed their own map pick. TC on the defense and Watch on the attack. I think the sides were exactly the same on the first map as well. No, never mind. Actually, yeah, it was the same actually. So players of TC, they're trying to they're trying to find the opening for themselves to probably go for a commitment inside of tree. There is a player inside of tree. That is a Falcon. Smoking off the angles and will be tagged. No, he is tagged after all by the Sova Hour. But while Sonic, good isolations coming in from his side, as Dooms is going to find Udit as well. A very perfect rush coming in from the attacking side. As the players of TC, they're just hitting shots after one. The players of the side of Watch, though, can say the same, but they have to keep themselves alive as of now. It's all prepared in a 1v5 on the very first pistol round. It looks like the momentum from the first map has indeed carried onto the second. Perrer does have an okay amount of utils to work with, but I don't think that's going to be coming in handy. The boom ball, what's it called? The turret could have been deployed to do some tip damage, but still that's not the primary target, probably because it would have kept him vulnerable for a couple of seconds. But the side of CC, no vulnerabilities will be sorted out from their side. Ash Washed. Nice attempt, but it was a flawless round to start the things off as TC. Oh well, looks like they are indeed ready for this map, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe, just maybe, they haven't played this map to show off how strong they are on this map as well. Even though there is no question that Lotus was the strongest for both of these teams. As my boy Aggie still is having a oopsie, it's okay, man. So how is this round's gonna go on for the side of Watch? They are on an eco. I do see a Ghost and a Sheriff popping out over here, and looks like even with those, they're not gonna be having that much of it, as the Sheriff is gonna be the first person, the Sheriff Fielder is gonna be the first person to go down. Patu's trying to make a difference, but it's gonna be Muffin Senpai with the kill of his own. Dooms is super low on HP, no heals available. That's kind of sad, but I guess he doesn't need it, as he can play the backlines as of now. As the players of TC have taken a rotation to go to commit B instead. I would kind of doubt that decision, because never mind, they have players instead of B main already. I didn't see that on the minimap. So they actually have a free objective to work with, as the players of Watch are already stuck instead of A side. Spike's gonna make its way as well, as they'll have to burn some time to make their way to inside the objective as well, and let alone the retake as well. I don't see the Killjoy turret. Oh, never mind. It is inside of main, I believe. No, never mind. It's not. So that is gonna allow the defenders to have a bit more of a map control, but the Clove is waiting for it, and he's ready for it, he's expecting it. The flashes are gonna be there, but no frags from the side of the CT. Specs will get rid of Babushka. Now Falcon and Perrer will be up against a clutch onto the market side. Spots are gonna be there and make it a double flawless round from the side of TC. No kills from the side of Watch quite yet, even though the fact was Doomsday is super low on HP, but I guess he's just gonna be surviving it. But from the side of Watch, I'm pretty damn sure they will find the answers this time around, as they're going for the full buys. But ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, when it comes to the full buys, TC are simply unstoppable. But hey, the side of Watch, they have certainly flourished quite a bit on their own regards, especially on the bonus round. So my bets are still gonna be the odds are still gonna be a bit more even for both of the sides, but mid control something I'm kind of expecting. There is no mid players from the defensive side. That is interesting, but okay, I guess they just wanna play off the KJ turret and also play it off inside of tree, but Doomsday will miss a couple of shots, and Patus is gonna be punishing him for just that, as the opening will finally come from the side of Watch. A kill, finally, actually, in the third round. but also taken a lot of damage from the gunfight, so not a very successful one. Does have some retaliation or some backup from the side of Ured though, but in the nick of time, we know TC can get inside of your veins and they can play with your minds. They can certainly go for a rotation if the Killjoy goes down and if the Chaos still is alive and if he knows where the Killjoy is putting himself on, all the utils from the KJ will be disabled. And that's exactly where in this map KJ shines, but KO shines brighter. 50 seconds from the clock. As it's still trying to find an opening. Probably it is gonna be a commitment to tree after all. Muffin said will be smoked off. Sonic or Icy probably. I'm damn sure it is Sonic. Trying to make a difference. There's gonna be this side of Deadly, being Deadly, getting a double of his own. Muffin Center will be his own as well. And now the side is gonna be overrun by the attackers, ladies and gentlemen. Babushka and Perer does have weaponry to work with, but this is gonna be difficult because they don't have much utils to work with. Even if you think about it, that TC, even if they happen to lose this round, they still have a lot of ultimate orbs to be prepared as they're getting closer and closer as the time goes by. The wall banks will be reached from the side of Babushka, but he's also received a couple of his own as well. As you can see, some utils will be tossed in from the side of the clove, which I forgot the name of the util. The stuns from the clove. Deadly, playing Deadly as he was going for a tree take, kind of expected, but looks like the players of Wash, they knows it's already in a point of no return, understanding they have guns, but they will not have the economy to go for the next round, as it seems. Muffin sent by good for one onto Perer. Babushka with the Odin in his hand needs to survive this, will be able to survive the first shot. Now he's looking for his twin brother, and he's pretty damn far away, so that's gonna be allowing him to save that particular weapon, but the rest of the teammates will have to go for the eco. 3-0, TC not showing any form of mercy, even on their bonus rounds. But for the side of Washed, Babushka's Odin will have to be the Odin they're looking forward to, because the odds are still stacked against them. TC. This is showing off that how strong they are even on the unfavorable maps. Not exactly unfavorable maps, who am I kidding? The maps they don't usually see in action. Suppression's gonna be there from the side of Muffin, sent by flashes will be dispatched. Doomsday just dashes in. I will not see anybody inside the objective, but there is one player inside of tree, and now with the null command, Tattoos will be getting rid of 1C as he was trying to get rid of, trying to close off the door. But his suppression will burn so much important time from the attacking side. Sorry, from the defensive side, as they cannot use any from the util. Muffin sent by getting rid of Tattoos as well, making a 4-4. The Odin is very much alive, and on this retake, that looks like the defenders are starting to find answers for themselves after all, but it's going to be the attackers who are also going to find their own answers. Smacks with a double, and now it's all prepared in a 1v3. Nice shots coming from him, needs to find more! But Deadly, just way too deadly. 4-0, as Aggie's also back on the board. And the side of Covenant, they're just not taking any prisoners, but I will give credits to the side of Watch as well, as they got 3 kills for their own regard on an eco, but things needs to be a bit more fathomable on the upcoming rounds.
Absolutely. This early start coming in from the members of Covenant is just unrestricted. To use a goddamn clove and to rush into a site at that speed, that is unheard of. You don't have a paranoia, you're using the flashes coming in from Muffin said, and mind you, being one of the duelist players for the team originally, now being shifted over towards that Initiator Lord, working wonders for this team. But Udet finally finds a big opening here with this operator, close on the angle, possibly a catch, swing through, but the operator still as deadly as it always can be, goes on the angle, and Udet doesn't miss those, now does he? Beautiful trigger finger on this man, as they're looking for even more kills to even things out. This one operator did cause problems, but Batu gets a big catch as well on his own accord. Specs in the back lines, waiting for maybe a possible push that would give him the opening and the entry. Close down on one end.
Oh no, he needs to find a kill.
Does he get the kill? I think he did.
He
dealt damage. Yeah, he dealt damage. That was enough. But he still dies in the process. Udet, being the boogeyman that he is, straight through the smoke, still finds value. One more opportunity. Deadly! He's able to do all of God's work here. Down towards mid, look at Perer. He's playing the mind game, but Deadly's expecting it, but the shot just does not connect, and Perer, better on the crosshair placement, is able to capitalize on the mistake. Wash, they take the victory, but a very grueling one at that. And with the operator possibly being recovered, yes, it was, in the hands of Perer. 1-4 as CC, they've showed that they can bleed, but this round was just a stepping stone for them for the following.
absolutely. Washed. A good run, but then again, that costed a lot for them. At the side of TC, they're still very comfortable on their economy. Except for Doomsday, he does have the Blaze Storm available, so he can. I believe he has dropped one of his teammates, probably, but that's not even necessary as of now. Udit playing on the top mid side, expecting somebody to be aggressive. But then again, as the operator is available, I'm pretty damn sure that attackers will not fall for that particular bait, as Doomsday will be the one who's going to be taking the fight head on. Deadly. Also, Patu's in the distance. Doomsday will find Falcon in the equation as well. Was it from CT? Yeah, it was indeed. A very long distance fight, even though there was an operator in the vicinity. And now it's gonna shine as well. It's gonna be getting rid of Muffins and by an eye for an eye. It's gonna be there as Udit is trying to find more. As a Clove is trying to block off the angle, but still there's a lot more to find. Pairs with one of his own. The timing needs to be there. That he's going for a couple more, but still gonna be deadly. This time around, finding the success. This time the attackers, however, they are kind of desperate, if I want to be honest, because they are putting a lot more utils than it was necessary. But I guess they just want to confirm it. So kudos to them, but still the attackers, they will not be able to find Udit as he's kind of stuck in this corner. But now the lockdown has gone down. A couple of seconds have been burned on this retake. Deadly's position is so much more prominent, and he's gonna find the opening. Almost a second, but it's gonna be Patus who will find that because of the HP advantage. Flashes will be there from Patus. Will go for the drop. Isolation was amazing, but the timing was not. The accuracy took a little longer to go for a reset. 5-1 as the side of TC. As you said, the gods do bleed, but looks like they're ascending to godhood once again.
Absolutely. The gods showcase that they can bleed, but 2 seconds later, they're the ones who are causing the pain and hurt instead. That's what gods tend to do. But for the Covenant, they cannot get overly comfortable in situations like this. Any mistake that they make will be head found moving forward in the line here. Playing it smart is a key factor for them.
Here.
Remember that? Switches out. A slow change here. Swash. Able to find victory early on, but Perrer still a lot to worry about. Because they need to turn this one on its head, and Sonic's going to be able to open things up with the first kill. Does take a good chunk of damage, though, in the process. These weapons finding value early on. Perrer, with a single rifle in his hand, is just the danger that you need to worry about. Because the timing is everything for them. And they're just doing everything that they can to take this win,
Right here.
to hold it for themselves. Beautiful start for them.
Indeed. There's a watch. I have to compliment them quite a lot more because they are on an eco, but they're trying so much to take this in their favor. Patus does have the opportunity to recover a Vandal in mid. I have seen Specs actually who went down and dropped the Vandal, but then again there were several Vandals to choose from. It's free real estate for him, but the problem is that he doesn't want this real estate. The one he wants to go for and booking on the apartment is gonna be in B side. The problem is that attackers have already taken it. Now on a retake on a 1v3, a very tall Taz does have the null command available, but it's not going to be very beneficial. Now the spots are also going to be there. Location's revealed, everybody knows exactly where he is. The chip damage is going to be popped off from the shock darts. Never mind, didn't connect. Deadly's position, however, will be the most prime one, as he is expecting the Killjoy to go for a wide swing in contact with that particular turret, but it's going to be Doomsday. A person I didn't even expect to get the kill will be there. 3 players looking at the general direction. Nice attempt by Patus, but to be very honest, he didn't have a choice. 6-1, and he was an eco, so they're just getting a little bit closer to those ultimate doors. And frankly speaking, I just realized they have 3 ultimates available. Babushka not too far from getting his own. So this should be a winnable round for them. Why? Because the opposition doesn't have the same position to work with.
Absolutely. Small problems here and there, but overall the team able to turn this thing around to the slightest bit here. But for the members of Team Washed, they're making progress. But the thing is, Krishto, imagine this. The progress that they're making, they're on the defensive side. What happens when they're on the attack? Arguably the much more harder one. The Hunter's Fury able to find even more. You did. A big thorn in their sides, no longer even in contention, as they're gonna need to try and hold this one back. One more big kill as Doomsday, just being the danger that he is. Once more surviving, once more thriving, and once more killing. The side stairs, 3 versus 5, things are not looking good, and the map of Ascend is slowly slipping away out of their fingers as Team Washed. They're left scratching their heads. They have talented players, but the teamwork and coordination in the hands of TC is just a little bit too much for them.
They're lost for words and they're being picked off one by one. Look at that.
Oh no.
Babushka peeks in the 3 players. Even if he takes out 2, the other 2's already ready and waiting to shut him down.
Good God. I'm pretty damn sure I was expecting it to be on the instant replay, and it certainly is, ladies and gentlemen. The players of TC, this is showcasing such an amazing fight here, and they're showing off what experience speaks of. Not to mention, out of the 7 rounds they've won so far, I think 3 or 4 of them were flawless rounds as well. These are just next level dominances. Not to mention, this is also a map selected by Wash as well. I'm not saying the players of Wash are struggling whatsoever, but the composition of the side of TC and the strategies and the understanding is simply better, and you cannot put a mark on that. Patrus will be good for 2 of his own, but one of the players will be back on the board instantaneously, so it's technically a 1-to-1 trade. And now, the Hundred will be tossed in to get the kills, to confirm them, but none of them will be coming in quite now, but still Yudit good for 1 onto Muffin Senpai, as he was put back to the grave once again. Terror with one of his own, and now Falcon is just trying to TP away, playing Ringer on the Rosie, and now the rest of the players are very low on HP. This eco run in particular, it was a very fast rush from the side of the attackers. Looks like they kind of underestimated their oppositions after all, as now they are stuck with 2 Vandals while their opposition starts to recover them. A very vulnerable on the side of Wash here, if I want to be very honest. TC I just saw that Sonic just dropped the gun so that his opposition could not recover. Never mind, I think he was trying to recover the rest of them, so they cannot indeed recover them, so that he can put a higher impact on the opposition's economy. So if I have to go Bengali mode, I'll have to say he's being the Tokai here, as he's just picking up the guns and tossing them away. Good strategies, as they kind of realize this might as well be a very unwinnable round because of the HP disadvantage they have. They can try to save this on an eco. Not a very wise decision if you ask me. So Washed, looks like they have finally found a counter to their opposition, because now they know sometimes the players of TC can be very greedy about it, and now that greed is going to be punishing them. But wait a second. No, never mind. I don't think they have time for it. But I guess they're going to be committing to it. They just want to get the plan down. Doesn't matter what happens. And they will be able to get away with it as well. A very careful strategy I used to see back in Season 1 with Brimstone players. But the isolation's got to be there, as all eyes are going to be on Sonic, which would have been a save. Now will be nothing but the demise of Sonic. Nice attempt though. But the guns will certainly be recovered. 1-7, but still. Sorry, 2-7. As you can see, I mean, how do I put it? As you can see, the players of TC, they are still very much on the driving seat, but that eco round may give them a run for their money at the moment, even though they can certainly go for the full buys. But Wash, if they have found their answers, I really, really, really want to know if this is something they want to bank on. Once again, I do see an offer in the hands of Udit, so the strategies are going to be back on the board. Favorable positions to work with. But I do wonder what's going to be the answer from the side of Covenant as well. Once again, I do have my eyes on the ultimates. The side of the defensive side, Washed, does have quite a lot of them for retakes as well, so they can play passively, Aggie. But as I said, the questions will be answered from the side of TC quite more often. All right, so now with the situation on the board, TC, they're a bit more methodical here. Their rushes have been stopped. They're not just running it down and taking no prisoners. They're trying to find a vulnerability from the opposition, trying to capitalize on their opposition's greed instead. But the problem is the defenders, they kind of realize how they want to play this as well, not giving away information. Udit playing on A side, waiting for someone to be on A main, but at the same time, there's a lot more of a pressure. And I do wonder how this is gonna go. I do see the KO Knight being deployed. If it was deployed in 3, it would have been a way much more feasible idea, because it would have suppressed the kills. Sometimes you just have to predict the locations of the sentinels to put your KO to the best of this and regards. But Udit, doesn't even matter. I find 1 kill and looking for more, probably as the man's already going down. It's gonna be going denied as well. 2-1, make it a 1v5, and there you have it. Finally, the side of Wash will find their own flawless round as well. They have been struggling quite a bit, but looks like that struggle ends right here, because the players of TC couldn't quite find an answer for it. And once again, maybe, just maybe, if they could have found the killjoy with the stuns, or should I say, if they could have stunned 3 instead, they would have been able to get away with a much more of a decisive one. But then again, give it up for the side of Wash as well, as they are sitting on the grand finals. Maybe this is the moment they can bring it up to make it into the third map. I once said I forgot which was the third map, but that's something we will give the answer if it needs one. TC, however, are still very much on the lead. 7-3, 2 more rounds to go before the swap. Unit ready with the dash, trying to find something, will destroy the turret. And probably that drone as well with a collat. I'm not sure if it was, but these position reveal as the attackers will realize and simply ignore that operator as a whole, trying to commit A instead. And now it's just a matter of time, and they try to go for a rush in. The smokes will be there. And now the players are going to be having a much harder time to go for this particular take, but it looks like the players of the attacking side, so the defenders, does have a lockdown to counter just that. But I do want to know how long they can do just that. Babushka getting rid of Deadly here. The attackers, they've kind of fallen flat on the surface. One player already detained, and now they can certainly go for a very hungry take, but I guess that's not the primary target. They're just trying to burn time. And the players of TC, it just feels like they have got a full-on reset here. They can go for a rotation. The problem is the Jet has taken way too deep control inside of B main, even outside of B main into attacker territory.
30 seconds left.
So with that, there will be a lot of ifs and buts, but still, I believe that is going to be coming in the equation in the nick of time. And there you go, Pair was ready for it. The person's going to be there, but it doesn't even matter, as the players of the attacking side just falls off like flies. Specs and Muffin Senpai remaining survived. All up to Muffin Senpai now. Will not even find anything. A near follows from the side of Wash, as they're near to a 7-5 scoreline probably. 8-4 is the near at least guaranteed. Even if the side of TC happens to win this one out by themselves. But Wash, better late than never, they have certainly woken up, as they are not showing any form of mercy to their opposition. Last one before the swap, as we get to see what happened in the previous one, thanks to the instant replay as well, as Perr was a one-man army, followed by the side of Babushka as well. Positioning from the side of Wash is simply unrivaled, but I guess this is something the side of Covenant understands. So taking a pause timer to break that momentum to get themselves back on the board with the last one of the swap is an interesting decision, yet a very effective one, if you ask me. I hope they can find themselves out of the equation, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, for now, a tactical timeout not coming through. Sorry about the small interruption, ladies and gentlemen. For now, though, we're just gonna need to wait and see how they try to play into this round in particular, because think about one thing, Crystal. What is the biggest strength of Covenant? It's just their raw execution. The speed at which they're able to take entries, and the way that they're able to just take the way that they're able to take control of a site faster than the members of Wash can react. But now that strategy is no longer working, you need to go in for a split. Their mid splits have been very prominent, but in the last couple of rounds, their mid split has been falling apart because they are not really communicating the way that they want to go forward with it. Utility is the name of the game, and hopefully with this tactical pause, they're going to be able to turn this one on its head, getting to that 8-4 scoreline, going into defensive half, mind you, Crystal, is pretty much a game-breaking victory for them.
Here.
On the defense of Ascent, 8-4, 4 rounds in your belt, even if you lose the pistol round, that is massive.
For sure. But I'm pretty damn sure the players of TC will try to capitalize on just that, as they have the lead and trying their level best to push it further. I mean, you just said that. I just repeated. I apologize for that. But players of TC not taking any precedence, just stepping the players out of existence. Yuda's locations revealed. He will be chased down as well. And there you go. The KO doesn't take any prisoners, and now he knows he might have a sword in his hand. So he will let him be as of now, as he knows that the. There, however, will push himself. Oh my god, you dead with a double of his own, but he's literally 1 HP.
You dead? How are you not dead?
Well, he's making people go dead, so that's something, I guess. I know that his username actually comes from that, but still, he's very much 1 HP to work with, and he is gonna probably go down. And now it's all part 2, but even he's not gonna survive, thanks to the hands of Specs. And yeah, it is gonna be an 8-4 split. Not a bad split for either of these teams, even though the fact is the side of Wash will certainly be on a bit more of a longer pressure, because let's face it, you have to win the pistol round to make it a good split. I mean, anything beyond that would have been worse, but still, you can be happy about it. But the way TC have been performing, even on the pistol rounds, it's just frightening. The players of Wash, the biggest factor they have here, Aggie, is they don't have the first map in their equation. And as they have such a big gap over here to fill up, it's just gonna be adrenaline, which may or may not favor them.
Destroy them again.
For now, though. 84.
Right here.
We do see a little bit more of a switch out and a change here. As watched.
Shutting them down.
Trying to be a little bit more aggressive on that attack, but it may just work beautifully. You did! Single-handedly able to take on multiple. The match just swinging and he's fracking. Stop this guy immediately because he just could run away with this victory. If you were not careful. Holding down the line here, going in for even more. Nothing's
going for the ace.
Unit for going in for the ace. He's hunting it for more. He is untouchable. Look at Unit. 100 HP to his name. And now Deadly. He's the only one that separates him from the possible ace. And he's gonna be able to do it. This is Unit, ladies and gentlemen. Throwing the teabag right back into their faces. He's avenging Peril for what happened to him on the map of Lotus. And Jet, with the signature, brings in the pain and the hurt. 5-8, ladies and gentlemen. As Wash, they started their attack side with a bang.
Downboard out.
It did feel like the unit just went crazy over there because he didn't take any form of mistakes or whatever. He just ran it down, and the players of TG didn't have an answer for it. And that's gonna be something he can give himself a back pat for. But then again, this is just one round. They have to make a couple of more of these happen so that they can find themselves on a bit of a more favorable position to work with. Yuden. I saw a Phantom in his hand, but instead he's gonna be going for a Marshall instead to get the kill of his own. As you can see, oh wait a second, two players have already gone down from the side of Doomsday, in the hands of Doomsday. So I'm not sure what happened exactly, and was it a main? Yeah, I believe so. So brilliant frags coming from their side as well on a Nico, and now the players of the Wash. They have a proper momentum, but even after that, this is gonna be a little bit more unfavorable one. Babushka taking the bait, and he's trying to find Doomsday to punish him for his deeds, but Doomsday is also a menace just like you did. These jet players
Bot coming back.
cannot be kept in the 9-hour, if you know what I mean. That doesn't even exist anymore. Another players are starting to find their own regards. Muffin Senpai will find Yurid, and now this anti-eco might even be very favorable for the attackers, for the defenders. Two Bulldogs are alive, but the gun recovery are going to be in the nick of the game, and Snake will find the association as well. Are we looking down to a flag down on it? 50 as well. Ladies and gentlemen, PC doesn't care, and they will show up. Hey, you needed pistols to make it happen while we were on pistols. What if we do the same? Even though you got an ace, you did. Our team composition.
I got a
is still
team ace.
Exactly. It was a team ace. It was a 50. It was also a flawless as well.
Calling my
Imagine. I'm damn sure the narrator of the game also got confused. What do I actually say? Do I say flawless? Do I say team ace? Or do I say thrifty? Finally, it was a thrifty actually, which she said.
Can you imagine a single ace, and as soon as a rebound happens, it's a team ace? That is TC for you, ladies and gentlemen. No individual player deserves to be a star. Every single one of them deserves stardom. But for Washed, one player is going to be more than enough to cause a lot of damage and a lot of pain on the opposite side. The map of Ascent is that kind of map that you have to worry about a possible swing in the hands of Doomsday. Playing with fire here. Dervakat already singing the song in the back.
I love that song, by the way.
We all do. But now
Thanks to you,
he's
actually,
hunting
for
for
the
more. Angle already there. You dead. Trying to be a little bit of a danger man once again here. Play it smartly. Because they're trying to wait and see if any member of TC want to even go in for an aggressive push. 4 positions here coming in from Doomsday once more. He's just holding down the line. And with this rush, he has a very good angle going into this, because even if Babushka throws in the dart, he's going to be able to break it at any second. Timing, perfect. Good for another kill, maybe, but no, Babushka's not giving anything away. Angles are perfect, as Yudet is able to find the trade. It will be a 3-for-3. One gun now in the hands of the attackers. Possibly they still haven't been able to retrieve Doomday's weapon. Oh, this has gone from bad to worse. If they try to pick up this weapon, that's going to give a lot of noise away. And that will signal the push coming in from the defenders. Angle's perfect. Needs to find the shot. It needs to
my
try. And they're able to do so. But wait, it's not over just yet. It finally goes down. That's Falcon. He's able to find the kill and Wash. They're able to turn this one on its head. 69, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful round indeed, going in the favor of Team Washed. It's good. God, this was a... Yep. It was a thrifty for a thrifty. You would expected this to be a little bit more controlled, yeah, on TC's side, but Deadly, he swung out a little bit too early compared to his Sova, and they just didn't have the perfect timing and synchronization going into it. They're making small mistakes. And Washed, they're able to capitalize on it beautifully.
That is for certain, but at the same time, I hope the side of Wash will
No,
have that.
no, Deadly! No, you did! No, you had a Bucky, my boy! You had a Bucky!
Well, I guess he just felt way too confident over here as Patus. Almost got a kill and a half, but suddenly these rounds are just barely lasting seconds here, ladies and gentlemen. The players, both the sides are actually just ready for it. Even though the fact, yeah, you just need to see this on his replay once again. As you did, wanted to go for all on adrenaline mode. I think he was ready to pop out the ultimate. I'm not sure if he did. Oh wait, he did actually. He was suppressed. That's why he couldn't do it. Oh, that's so well timed for the side of Patus. Sorry, not Patus. Actually, it was
Wait, he had jet knives. Perfect.
Yeah,
Never mind. I thought he had his shotgun out. Wait a second. I didn't even hear the ultimate go off. That is Giga Chad move from Muffin Senpai. The man's a straight up Chad to throw that knife on towards Bonas to catch him as he's trying to fly through.
Right here.
Gotta love it. Specs is probably thanking his lucky stars for that one. That's what teammates do. If you have a perfect support player on your team, you don't have anything to worry about. He will take you out of any situation that you put yourself into. And your fraggers can just think of fragging. One big kill already. That's Patu off the board. The utility that they could have had to gain information, no longer in their arsenal. Udet, though, comes in strong through mid. Good for the first kill. Muffin Senpai with another swing of his own. Doesn't connect the shots. And it's going to be Perrer who finds value instead. Swing out, and Udet still just being a menace to society. Fast pickup for him, and now 7 to 10 could just be the reality here going into this. Udet on the angle. He's not going to miss out on much. Able to find the kill, but needs to come in and get out almost immediately. Sonic. Pretty much done for here. Yeah. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything here. Just try to survive, maybe get another kill. Consolation prizes at that point.
That's for certain, but at the same time, there's been a lot of interesting rounds, if I want to be very honest, because think about this round was technically Nico from the opposition, I think, because I saw a couple of sheriffs as well from their arsenals, and even after that, they're able to pull this off. I would say if these are the kryptonites for each other, for each of the teams, for each other, they should keep at it, because look at that. How many Ekrons have we won? How many how would I put it? Thrifties or teammates have we seen? Should I say the unusual rounds are actually in the board? We're not seeing the D for Valorant anymore, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what I love to see, and I'm all in for it, because we've seen a lot of ranked gameplays, we have seen usual gameplays, which does seem interesting, but it doesn't quite make our vocal cords go sky high and so on. This time around, the players are actually showing off how good they are with the game sense, how good they are with the compositions with each other. And obviously, when it comes to the least favorable guns as well. TC still has the lead in their equation, but Washed look very confident. Sonic playing with fire without one of his own, almost a second, but he pulled off the vault instantaneously to get more information. But he could have survived that if he had his gun in his hand. But then again, it's completely fine. That's 1-for-1 trade. But it is still a heavy one because it's an initiator for an initiator. Doomsday is opting to go for the Blade Storm as we are technically back on the game after the advertisements. Just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, if you are having any problems with your internet, it's probably back.
Down.
I mean, yes. Anyways, I know where Aggies did that from, but still, Doomsday, good for one, will be taken out instantaneously, but it's not a huge loss for him because he didn't have a gun to work with, so that Blaze Storm kind of worked out the way it was supposed to be, but it could have been better, but it's not something he's going to be worried too much about. 3-3, players of TC are gonna have a little bit of a
30 seconds
disadvantage when
left.
it comes to that weapon advantage. So will be for the armor, but they need to find the opening. Terror. Oh my god, that's a perfect timing for out of Deadly, but still the replay game. It's gonna be so much on point. Deadly needs to find a kill now. Babusha's low on HP, and if he's targeted, that's gonna be a problem too.
Again?
1v2. And there you
No,
go.
Falcon, no, not like that. That's a
He got
duel you
distracted.
just cannot lose. He panicked under the pressure and then he crouched and tried to spray. Just like you, crushed on a regular basis.
What I do, man? Oh, alright. He's saying that because, okay, because I haven't played this game for a very long time in the last couple of months, but then again,
Yeah,
I haven't
for
been playing
sure.
anything. Hey, I haven't, you know that. The only thing I've probably been grinding is probably finals and... Yeah, that's it
R6
actually.
still for some reason.
No, I haven't played R6 either. I haven't played ranks on my main. You can ask Demiz about it.
Yeah, but you still played that game on casuals at least to finish your battle pass. Same thing.
Because I need to finish the battle pass. Oh.
Oh, just like Para needs to go and finish Doomsday's life. That is Giga Chat swinging it out. You then now with the Bladestorm trying to rush his way forward to maybe try to catch out Specs on the angle. He doesn't get a kill. Specs gets an idle laugh. He's not gonna give much away on these fights. And Specs, quick thinking coming out from him to utilize the smoke as cover to give him an advantage. And you did. He does fall, but Wash, they still get the round. As the ego duels coming in from Wash seem to be the thing that's giving them the victory here. Doomsday, he was just not mentally prepared for that. Who does that through from top mid up against a Guardian? If you die there, you're done for. But Pera just gave no two damns of what could happen to him. He just swung for the fight.
But these bold plays, as I said, these are really being the miracles here, don't they? Because every single time whoever's ecoing are just having the upper hand. The ones who are supposed to win are not having it. And I guess that's gonna be a tradition for the rest of the game as well. Because I have lost how many eco rounds have been won from either of these teams. So if the Valorant gods or the meta we have at the moment is still gonna be having a trend of its own, TC should be just fine. But I don't want to jinx it. The side of Wash does have proper positions to work with. They're trying to take the entry. Icy or Sonic knows where exactly what's happening. Finds the opening. Almost a second, but the dinks are not gonna be enough. As of right now, 2v2 situation. Is Deadly? I think it's Babusha who's low on it. No, never mind. I think it's Falcon. Never mind. None of them are actually. The moment I was talking about these stringers are certainly gonna be a strong factor to be recognized. But still, now the waiting game has come to an end as the ultimate will be destroyed by the Sova util. Oh, sorry, I see there's a 100 theory. Spec trying to go for a defusal of his own, as that was a really perfect call out, and I think he might be able to get away with it. And he's getting away with it after all. It is match point, map point, and championship point for TC.
That's
Who even cared?
You did not even try to fight it? TC just snuck that diffuse out of absolutely nowhere. Why even? Who even? It's Washed. They just lost such a key point of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Losing that round pretty much brings them down onto the floor.
Oh my goodness. And as I said, the eco rounds are also going to be featuring the ecoing team, so I guess the tradition just remains. TC, you bad boys. I think you saw that moment in CS:GO, the fire defuse of all of Meister, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, back in those days, Fnatic were known to be the bad boys of CS, and I guess TC is living up to that as well. They are the bad boys of the game, and they just want to make sure they live up to the expectations. Make it a 3v2, make it a 2v2 now.
Sonic lost
One
that.
fights. Just sing the songs of victory. But it's gonna be the watch. I didn't even see the facts coming in. These rounds are just going neck to neck, but what is happening
Wait,
here?
does he have a 10 super? Wait a minute. Does he have a final mouse?
Who?
That looked like a final mouse on Babushka.
Can we spectate him for a second? Admins, hello.
Is it my eyes? I can 100% guarantee you he was holding a final mouse in his hands. That looks like a final mouse Starlight.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like a Starlight. Never mind, the man's rocking a 30k mouse in his hands. Good god. He's got the bling bling to do it.
But Muffin's got an even more bigger bling. Costs $800, known as a sheriff. Pops one head of the players, and Udet no longer in the fight. Being able to get a one big through the smoke, and the eco round could just be theirs once again. Crystal, the tradition continues. The eco round is where these teams strive. Doomsday in the back lines, trying to cause even more damage. The Tiger said Killjoy Lockdown gave them a little bit of a reprieve here and a tiny bit of space to play around with. But that space alone is not just going to be enough yet. Fast on the swing, Muffin Senpai, waiting for the first initial bit of contact. Perfect strike.
Oh my goodness!
They're able to turn it all on its head. A flawless, thrifty, ladies and gentlemen. The winners of this entire tournament are going to be the members of Team Covenant. They take the victory in the most stylish fashion possible. And to take this win, they crown themselves as the best team in Bangladesh once again, now that Exili is no longer in contention. All-Stars, if they were there, this could have been a completely different story, but without them, TC, they are the reigning champions.
Oh my goodness, there's no questions about it. But at the same time, watch, they came so far to put up a great fight against the side of Covenant. And to be very honest, their performance in the previous brackets, it did look like it did showcase them to be unstoppable. But I guess they have been subverted either way. Because on the first map, I think the scoreline was 13-7 or something. I guess it's the same over here. So it just raises a question how strong the side of TCR and what it's gonna take to defeat a team of their caliber. It's nothing but sheer confidence and team composition. These guys just know when the best are against them, but they just trust each other's trust each other so much that they are just unstoppable. Watch players, amazing players individually, but when it comes to team competition, they just fell short. Once again, I've been saying this like a broken record, but it's just something I cannot exaggerate enough. A lot of teams you will see that they will play scrims or they're gonna form a team with a very talented pool, but they're simply gonna break apart. For example, as you said about All Stars, and I think the team of Rose, I forgot the team name. So when it comes to these particular teams to be undefeated or unrivaled, the persistence is going to be the elephant in the room. And there is simply no replacement for it. I think you're going to agree as well because, as I said, a lot of teams tend to play scrims or tournaments. After one or two tournaments, they just falls apart, scatters around, and they just think about, okay, this is my career. This is how esports works, that people leave and joins other teams and so on. But think about it. If you continue to do that, you're playing with new faces every single time. While your opposition, if they are playing with each other for a very long time, they will simply have a way better understanding, which you cannot underestimate. And I'm not saying the side of Wash did that, but I just cannot ignore that fact. Then again, Wash, I do believe they will be coming back to the VODs eventually to see what they could have done better. It's nothing but the coordination, and possibly they're going to be able to fight themselves up to the upper brackets as well, as we have the MVP screen. Even though I kind of hate to say it, but this MVP screen doesn't make any sense to me because it doesn't even matter. Everything came down to the fact that the team who played as a team, or should I say as an absolute unit, will have the advantage. And it's actually a replication of just that, Aggie. Look at that. Unit has undoubtedly overshadowed the performance of Doomsday, but it is Doomsday who will be lifting the trophy, not Udid. Once again, just because Udid, and I'm not saying Udid played bad or something, just because the team of Udid or Wash couldn't have that composition as a whole. Udid as an individual player had saw, but Doomsday and the rest of his teammates are just unrivaled. And once again, this is kudos to the anime Haikyuu. I just had to say it.
Yep. Doomsday just played his game, dude. He played as a team player. He was able to find value with his team in every regard. You did on the other side. He was able to do it without his team's help in a lot of scenarios. And that is not what you do in the game of Valorant. Individual talent can carry you so far. But as soon as you face off against a team that know how to play together as a unit, who know how to play off of one another, who are relying on each other every step of the way, what do you do against that? Uded got away with an ace because no one was able to trade him. No one was in position to trade him at all. As soon as they understood that, hey, Uded's winning a lot of 1v1s, why don't we try to play a little bit more towards the trade? Let's stick together. That's when he started to fall off. He started to lose value. It's insane to see how far the members of TC have come, and up against superstar players on the side of Washed. They're still able to do everything. This team is undeniably one of the best in Bangladesh. And hopefully, with more tournaments coming up in front of us soon, ladies and gentlemen, this team will be able to carry that momentum forward.
There is no questions about it, and they will have a lot of fans as well to impress. And I'm sure the fans will certainly be impressed here because we kind of expected to be a very close game, even though this game was a pretty decently close one because of the eco rounds going in favor of the team who were ecoing. So interesting mirror from either of these fans because they had the confidence to make these work. That's just that. But at the same time, I didn't expect a disappointment, and TC will not disappoint either. But Wash, they certainly have gained a lot of fans tonight, and I hope they will also be present on the upcoming streams as well, so that they can cheer them up. And this is also an indication or a message to from me to Wash that you guys are an amazing team. The only thing you're kind of lacking is understanding with each other, or maybe just the time to be invested. And eventually, if you do just that, you will be on par with the side of TC, and maybe just maybe we'll be crowning a different gem in the next tournament. But I know for a fact TC will want me to jinx it, and they will want me to be wrong on that regard because they have won a lot of tournaments in the previous days as well. Because even the Acer one, which we have been casting previously, they were the first champions of the first tournament as they qualified. But speaking of which, we do not know when the next qualifier is going to be happening, but we know for a fact this tournament will have much more. This production house will have much more tournaments around the corner thanks to Inspire Broadband and Instinct Productions as well. But as of now, it is, ladies and gentlemen, who will be crowning the side of TC to be the champions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's technically the end of the stream, but still we have a bit more of a surprise for you, as we have a surprise for you. But before we go into that, I would love to say that to the audiences, not the audiences, to the what's it called, the administrative body, to be to allow us to what am I saying, to have us here. And at the same time, I think you know where this is going. So thanks to my Katyusha as well for being there for me and helping me for every step of my life. Eggy, if you want to say something before you go to the pause, I think you have something to say as well.
If I say that, she's probably gonna kill me. But it
What
is
the fuck, man?
fine. But it is fine. I think that alone is more than enough to go into that side of the spectrum. The shout out has already been given. She's probably watching this and trying to do a little bit of a solo session by herself as well in the
There's a high
background.
possibility. I saw it on Discord. I saw both of them actually. I saw Nora and her at the same time. But yeah.
Yeah, so let's just see how things are going on that and on a different note. But as we do have the interview being set up, the winning team's players are going to be coming in to see us. Hopefully, it's going to be Sonic. I have a couple of good choice words to ask him. What the hell is his name? I see for the first reason. Probably changed his name. Knowing Sonic, he loves to change his name and probably didn't get Sonic back. But let's see who's going to be coming in for the interview in general, Cristo. But overall, the journey of this tournament has been pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet to say the very least. But at the same time, how do I put it? It's been very rocky, I would say. Trying out a lot of new things in this production, going in for something that we have never seen before in the entirety of Bangladesh. This looks incredible. And for the scope of Valorant in our country, possibly the best thing that I've ever seen. Moving forward, as more TOs will probably start to adopt this and maybe develop their own APIs, or even with Instinct taking that first step, they're the pioneers of being the leaders of production for Valorant in this entire country. And you never really know what could be coming on next from them.
That's for certain. But as of now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be looking forward into the future. But the future will start with interviewing the champions and the runners up. So do stay tuned. We'll be right back in a short while.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way! Here comes the fight!
I got this. Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way! Here comes the fight!
I got this. Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter!
Here comes the fight!
I got this. Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter!
Here comes the fight!
I got this. Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Fire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Get out of my way!
And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be having the duelists of both of the teams, the champions and the runners up with us on the Discord VC. The cameras are going to be on the screen in the nick of time as we have a little chat about them and with them as well to understand how was the gameplay. Hello gentlemen. How you feeling? Uded and Doomsday.
Yes, you did a little bit of a oopsie there, Crystal. But don't
No,
worry,
no,
I think
no,
Doomsday.
nobody cares.
I think
Nobody
Doomsday
cares.
falls into
Nobody
the other
cares.
category as already. Don't worry about it. Doomsday already
তুই তো
falls into that
আসোসি,
other.
তুই তো আসোসি।
Hello, ভাই আজব কথাবার্তা।
এটাই।
ডুমসে আছে লম্বা চুল দিয়ে তাহলে তাকেই তো
ওকে
বলা যায়।
আমার লম্বা চুল নাই এখন for you kind of
আরে,
But I guess
we
you
cut
guys
them off.
we cut them off. Yeah, what?
Yo, hello Doomsday.
Okay, how am I feeling after the game?
Well,
It's normal, like nothing big, I guess.
ও ভাই, ও ভাই।
Men flexing, huh?
I'm not flexing. It's just a normal day. I haven't played this
Normal
game
day,
since like অনেক আগে থেকে অনেকদিন পর ঢুকছি।
এই যে আরো ফ্লেক্স,
that's what
আরো
she said,
ফ্লেক্স।
by the way.
সত্যি কথা
বাইসেপ,
তো।
আচ্ছা তাহলে বাইসেপটাও ফ্লেক্স করে দাও একটু সবার
না
কাছে।
না 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 ভাই আমার বাইসেপ
করো,
নাই
করো,
ভাই,
করো,
কি
করো,
বলে
করো,
ভাই
করো,
আমার
করো।
বাইসেপ নাই ভাই। আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে
মিথ্যা কথা।
এই
হালকা
যে,
হালকা
এই যে,
yeah.
হালকা বাইসেপ, এই যে ফ্লেক্স হয়ে গেল। আচ্ছা,
ভাই।
in the back though, আচ্ছা, you did it. আচ্ছা, I need to ask, you did. How did you guys form the team all of a sudden? Because I think এই রোস্টারটা হঠাৎ করে আসছিল।
Yeah,
Kinda feel
so
মনে হয়।
basically we are very trash players. আমাদের কেউ টিমে নিতে চায় নাই। LGNBD was a tournament, it came and we were like ভাই আমাদের কোনো টিম নাই, কেউ আমাদের no. We were begging around, no one took us then. We were like let's build the Avengers. আমরা টিম ফর্ম করলাম and that tournament never happened. বন্যা গেল, আন্দোলন গেল, tournament never came and we are still hoping it will come one day. Inshallah এটার জন্য, but for the time being all of the players we have joined different teams. We got orgs and this team, unless LGN comes, you won't see us for any other tournaments.
That's gonna hurt. That's actually gonna hurt because let's be honest, Team Tech আসলে সেই ছিল and the composition you also had that was really unrivaled. Even though obviously because DC has that understanding as এতদিন খেলছে, but if I have to go to my question, what was the strategy from the side of Udid? যে just frag নিবা এরকম কিছু or মানে overall just মানে just having fun
Overall
as
we,
friends?
we were just playing যেভাবে র্যাঙ্কে আমরা খেলি usually because আমাদের কেউ গেমে টাইম like team wise time দেয় না, everyone plays the individual rank games, but as it
Yeah,
was
I
just
could
a one
tell.
tournament team, right? So no one actually practiced and gave time because yeah, our like no one wants to give time. That's one thing because it's a one tournament team again. Yeah, that's why. And we just played default as much as we can. Just played off on the go calls.
বুঝতে পারছি on the fly যতটুকু হয়েছে. And
Yep.
I guess this is not the same for the side of Doomsday, which is obvious. So what was your plan getting into the game?
Our plan, I don't know, we didn't had any plan. We just played like how we play. Nothing much.
Just go
I
ahead.
just ঢুকছি গেমের মধ্যে ঢুকে and we are just playing default, nothing else. We were just
Understood.
like understanding their gameplay basically, nothing else. ওটা just read করছি।
বুঝছি। এখন একটা প্রশ্ন আছে যেটা আমার রাইভি ভাই না করলে মাইট দিব, so I have to ask this. So what's your thought on the tournament and the production as well, as this is the first time we have the custom UIs, the custom production. So what do you guys feel about it, starting with Uded? So কেমন লাগলো so far as বাংলাদেশে প্রথম?
So as a viewer, I'd say the production was very smooth, clean. But from a player standpoint, there was a lot of delay. I mean, at the point between this game especially, there was like a 15 minutes delay. I mean, almost ঘুমাই গেছিলাম because I didn't sleep. I didn't have good sleep like what yesterday. So I was waiting, and then almost slept off. But thank God it started. But overall, if you say the presentation and everything was very nice. I think one of the best in Bangladesh till date.
Okay. And what do you think? Doomsday?
Just one thing you did. Just so you know, if you ever played it VCT or anywhere else, এতগুলাই delay থাকে।
খেলি নাই ভাই
Trust me.
ভাই বাংলাদেশে ভাই একটা গলিতে বসে খেলি
আচ্ছা,
Yeah.
না। বাংলাদেশের একটা গলিতে থাকে। ঢাকার গলিতে না। ওইটাই মনে রাখতে হবে।
সিলেটে থাকে from what I know. ও সিলেটে
ওকে
থাকে from
ওকে
what I know. So obviously.
আমি পানিতে Yes.
পানির নিচে ডুবে গিয়েছে এক জায়গার মধ্যে।
Is everything okay by the way? Speaking of which.
Yeah,
over
in
there?
the town, in my place, the town's fine, but the surrounding areas, like the suburban places, are kinda in trouble.
Okay. Just for a heads up, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to donate to the people who are needy, so check your Bcash and everything. So our socials as well. So feel free to do that because আপনার এতটুকু contribution will make a difference. But now to Doomsday, same question to you. How did you like the production of this tournament?
Well, I'm gonna say the same as Udit because as a player, way point of view থেকে it was pretty delayed. You know, like time অনেক উল্টাপাল্টা হইতেছিল and management. I think first tournament দেখে এরকম হয়েছে, but the production was amazing, good. Yeah, I guess I would say that.
Righty. Aggie, do you have any other questions or that's
No,
pretty
I
much
think
it?
we can wrap that up because these guys they want to go to sleep already. It's like 1 a.m.
একটা
And Udi's
কথা
probably
বলি,
gonna get drowned.
মাত্র
Udi's
একটা
probably
বাজে
gonna drown.
That's for sure, but এটা I'll just say this, গেঞ্জিটা না এত তাড়াতাড়ি ঘুমায় না, ঠিক আছে? ঢাকার যে কটা আছে সবই এই জন্যই ভাইগা গেছে, ঠিক আছে? We all know that we have all seen the memes and those who actually even saw the robbers, I would say I'm jealous of you guys because তোমরা না চাইতে পারছো, আমি পারি নাই because আমার গরিব এলাকা
আমি
তো কেউ
জানতে
আসে
চাই,
নাই।
আমি জানতে চাই।
আচ্ছা কারো
ডোমসে
করছে
তুই কি আসলে
actually?
গেছো নাকি? ডোমসে আসলে গেছিলি কি নিচে গিয়ে কোনো
আমি
একটা ডাকাতে ধরতে?
আমি
You're
দুই
the person যে
আমি
করবে।
আমি 2 সপ্তাহ ধরে গেম খেলি না, ঠিক আছে? আমি লেওড়াই সরি বাট আমি বাইরে
But no, fuck!
Bro,
Oh
clip it,
shit!
don't clip it.
No. Listen.
Time to
আমি
cancel, time to
আমি
cancel.
না সরি গাইস ভুলে সো না আমি 2 সপ্তাহ অনেক বাইরে ছিলাম, সো প্যারার মধ্যে ছিলাম, সো হ্যাঁ করা
এই যে
লাগছে,
ডাকাত
কিছু
ধরা,
করার নেই। ডাকাত তো ধরা
ডাকাত
লাগবে,
ধরা।
এটা তো একটা জিনিস ভাই।
এই যে জানতাম। সবার আগে যে এই ধরবে।
ভাই it was like a circus man এই কয়েকদিন সিরিয়াসলি।
ইউটারের দিকেও কি সেম ছিল by the way? সিলেটে আমরা
আমাদের
সিলেটে আর
দিকে
ভিতরে রাখি নাই।
হ্যাঁ সিলেটে বেসিক্যালি হইছে কয়েকটা জায়গায় বাট মেইনলি আমি আমার ফ্রেন্ডস বার হইতাম জাস্ট টু গো এন্ড হ্যাভ সাম থিংস অন দ্য স্ট্রিট আর জাস্ট রোম অ্যারাউন্ড ডাকাত তো পাই নাই বসে বসে চিল করছি আড্ডা দিছি
ওইটাই জীবন।
ওইটাই যদি আগে আমার বাসার আশেপাশে থাকতো তাহলে হয়তো আমরাও দৌড়াদৌড়ি করতাম, কিন্তু স্যাড ওর এলাকায় ডাকা ঢুকবে না, কত বেশি সিকিউর আর আমারটা গরিব এলাকা, সো মানুষ আসে না।
ওই কারণে তুই এখানে থাকোস, বুঝছ না?
হ্যাঁ এক্স্যাক্টলি, তুই বাসায় হইলে তোমার এমন মাইটটা দিমু, যাই হোক সমস্যা নাই। সো gentlemen, আবার আমি I was about to say the same thing again, মানুষ অভ্যাসের দাস I guess. So gentlemen, thanks a lot for joining us and at the same time kudos to both of you for your achievements. A bit more congratulations to Doomsday or TC for crowning yourselves as the champions, but Udit, we'll be seeing you on your new team as well. সামনে তো লিজেন্ড ভিডিও আবার আসতে যতটুকু শুনছি, there will be more tournaments as well and hope we see you in the equation. So boys, have a good night as well. যদিও জানি গেঞ্জিরা রাতে ঘুমায় না যেটা বললাম, but thanks a lot for joining us.
থ্যাংক ইউ
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an amazing event, I have to say, and I hope this is the beginning of a lot more into the future. So, as we have the beautiful boys on the screen, I'm not gay by the way, just saying, but still, the handsome boys on the screen, Covenant Esports are your champions. As we get to see, I mean, what is this to see? They're just celebrating. I'm pretty damn sure they will be partying as well, and I'm sure the runners-up are not going to be any exceptions because they do not need to be disheartened here. As Yuda did mention, this is a fun team as they have fun organizations as well. We will see their dominance in their own organizations in the coming future as well. But as of now, let's see if those organizations have what it takes to take down Covenant. I know they have, and the rivalry needs to be very much alive. So, I guess we're kind of done with it, but now okay, we have an overall MVP screen, which I didn't expect to be. So I guess the admins did take tracks of the grand finals to portray who is gonna be having. And well, funny enough, we actually have the all players over here, so no surprises there. Both of the duelists of the team, the star players as well. But I would say more than the kills, their clutches, their aces were much more spectacular. This is just the beginning of them. Obviously, not the beginning of them. There will be more. There have been more in the past as well. And what do I say, Yagi? It's just expected to have these talents with us.
Absolutely. This is just what the teams can do. And hey, TC being at the very top, not that big of a surprise. The team has been sticking together for the longest amount of time. We used to say that Exili was the squad that stuck together. Sorry, now All Stars. They were the squad to stick together, but now TC, they are the longest running team after a while. And their team play and synergy will give them the edge moving forward in a lot more of the other tournaments as well. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we have for you for tonight. Thank you all for stopping on by for this incredible journey and, of course, the grand finals. But for now, it's going to be your boy Aggressive with Kreshna signing on off. Good night and happy gaming, everyone.
Agora a BDF não serve para tudo, but